We're here doing the Willesden Green Wassail, and this is the banner which has the words Willesden Green Wassail on it and a couple of trees and a few apples, and we're basically here celebrating local business. We're going to go from shop to shop and we're going to sing a special wassail song which you'll hear later. Oh, they're about to sing.
I grew up with a family that was descended from refugees from all over the place, like so many people in London. But my family also had a love of English folk music and other people's folk traditions because they loved their own. And I knew about wassail from folk festivals and folk songs. And a couple of years ago, I thought, oh, that would be nice. I wonder if I could go to a wassail. And I looked, and of course, they were far away. Most wassails are in Somerset somewhere. And there are some around the edges of London, but there was nothing urban. Well, that's not a surprise, because there's no fruit-growing community in the middle of London.
Mic check! Mic check! Mic check! Mic check! The Willesden Green Wassail is about community.
The Willesden Green Wassail is about community.
It may be that authorities build buildings.
It may be that authorities build buildings.
And pavements.
And pavements.
And all other things.
And all other things.
But we build our community.
But we build our community.
By the way that we speak.
By the way that we speak.
And the actions we take.
And the actions we take.
Every day.
Every day.
On our streets.
On our streets.
And so.
Please
will you turn to someone you do not know.
Please will you turn to someone you do not know.
And welcome them as if this is your party.
And
Josh.
I'm Cherry.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Wow, your hands must be cold.
People had been starting to use quite regularly. This was 2009. People had started using the term credit crunch quite a lot. And I was just thinking about that. I was walking down the high street, listening to the radio, looking at my local shops, and then I thought, this is how would we make these folk traditions relevant so that we have a different story as we walk down our street? Because ritual and custom gives a colour to different times of the year and makes a new story out of the place that ritual takes place. And I thought, sometimes we walk down a high street in London, everyone's talking about the credit crunch, oh, it's so depressing, and terrible things happen on corners. We still have these rituals and shapes to our lives, but why not add a colourful one instead? So I took the things that I loved about wanting to go to a wassail, and I took this feeling that we should adapt it. And I thought about the local shops that were suffering, and I thought, well, they're like our apple trees.
This is a festival. Held in the winter.
Held in the winter.
In apple orchards.
In apple orchards.
But there's no apple orchards in Willesden.
But there's no apple orchards in Willesden.
Not working ones.
Not working ones.
But there are shopkeepers who work hard every day and never get a round of applause when they do their stock check. So instead of singing to apple trees, we'll sing to a few shopkeepers. Please welcome Velma from Daisy Chain Florist. We are going to replace the word apple tree with the names of our shops. So see if you can fit into this song so that we can sing to Daisy Chain Florist and to Nest Cafe. It's a little bit of a struggle to scan, but you can do it. Oh, Daisy Chain and Nest, we wassail thee and hoping thou wilt bear for the Lord.
They're our food source, and that suddenly makes a custom a relevant thing. Because if we were to just be in the middle of the town and do something about apple trees, well, then it wouldn't be so obvious a connection. But when I see the shopkeepers, I think it's really nice to give them appreciation.
Say your names.
Ginny and Gino.
Jenny and Gino.
Louder. Jenny and Gino. From
Masarama.
which has been here for
4 years.
4 years.
Shall we wish them well for their business?
Yes.
Are you ready to be wished well?
Yeah.
When I moved to Willesden Green 5 years ago, I discovered that every time I have time to do my shopping, little shop by little shop, I learn so much. I have time to talk and they have time to talk. And I just learned so much about the world through shopping in a small stretch of high street. And I thought that as a performer, I get a big round of applause when I finish. But wouldn't it be nice to, if we wassail our shopkeepers the way that people wassail trees, and the shopkeepers get to feel that people are invested and interested in the success of their business, and they get to have a round of applause. No one gives you a round of applause when you do a stock check. So it's really nice to get some love and appreciation when you work hard.
It's good, nice. It's
Very
good,
nice.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It's unexpected, but really nice. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's a nice feeling from inside because we have many people come to here and sing for you, and just this is very nice.
Buywise, who's one of our most enthusiastic shops, grocery shop, the first year we did it, they were so scared. They were like, no, that was 2010. They were so scared. They said, maybe we won't take part. And then I saw them looking as we did it for another shop. And the next year they said, oh, can we take part? And then last year they came out in a line. They lined up, all the people that worked in the shop, and they were so happy to be sung to.
Mr. and Mrs. Patel!
Mr. and Mrs. Patel!
Last year?
Set up!
Willesden Fruit and Veg!
Willesden Fruit and Veg!
Everyone shout your favourite vegetable now!
Banana!
We've just moved into the area. I think there's somebody that walks or runs along here every year, the lady in the green. So she's just come and sang and wished as well.
Do you like that?
I did, it was quite fun. I've never seen it, so yes, definitely.
Do you feel welcome to the community?
I do, because I used to live here years ago, but we've only been here a month now, so I hope it goes well.
If you have a tradition or a ritual that has been in your family for thousands of years, it needs no explaining. But when you come into a shop and you try to explain, a bunch of people are going to come and sing at you. Like, it could be a bit disconcerting for people, to be honest. But if I'm calm and happy and the crowd is happy, people are quite intrigued and happy to join in.
And then we'll be serenaded by people with slightly more tuneful voices than us.
We are our community. Sometimes everyone in London can feel like they're on the outside, but actually we create. If we choose to talk to strangers or not, we choose to be on the outside or the inside. Not always, but often.
No, I saw it when it was up at the tube station. I was getting some flowers when it started. But I like it, man. It was my second week in London. So this is really nice to see.
Do you feel welcome?
I do feel welcome. It's wicked. It's cool. I need to go back to the charity shop. I got to pick something up, and I'll drop my flowers off, and then I'll come down and check it out.
Yeah, please do. Great.
It can feel like there are really big problems in the world, and because we see the news all the time and we see terrible troubles, and we feel like no small thing we do could ever make a difference. But if we don't know how to befriend our neighbours, for sure, there will never be world peace. There's small steps have to be appreciated. And just like the small shops have to be appreciated. So turning around and saying hello to someone, which I encourage every so often, you suddenly realise how, if you break the normal conventional narrative of not speaking to strangers, how quickly you can change your perspective.
Oh, it's fantastic fun. Yeah, I love spoken word, and I really love the idea and the activity of celebrating local business. So for me, this is a really great day, and everyone turning up. People who've heard about the Wassail and been before, people who it's first time when they came through the Time Out magazine. It's great.
Come as close as you can, please. Do
the flyers with silver thread when we're walking them from the bed. So we can see the present, the future, the past. Doesn't matter which comes second, first or last, because life isn't a line.
Mic check.
Mic check.
Short poem.
Short poem.
So you can repeat it with me.
So you can repeat it with me.
When my little sister was 2 years old.
When my little sister was 2 years old.
We lived in a house with no grass in back.
We lived in a house with no grass in back.
Just hard brown mud.
Just hard brown mud.
Dried into wide cracks.
Dried into wide cracks.
I love involving spoken word performers. I try to bridge between urban style and traditional so that people can see that those artists can respect each other's genre. And also, it's such a different thing. People come along and they say, what's going on? We have people drop their shopping at home and run back when they just discovered us on the street. And when you see people not protesting for any particular thing, but just speaking, especially people from different communities, it's just incredible that you can shift someone's perspective about what other communities are like with something as simple as someone getting up on a bench and speaking a poem.
Yeah, I want to be here and take part in, I want to stand in freezing cold conditions with snow blistering down and cold Arctic winds blowing in my face and hear the wonderful words of London poets as they ring true throughout the amazing town of Willesden in front of all the shops, celebrating all that is good on a January, on a Sunday in the cold.
It was just perfect because we had our time outside, blessing the shops, surprising the people, messing a bit in the streets. That was real fun, and we were really good inside and with loads of fantastic people.
Just connected. We've just elected to speak face to face, see through the rat race. In London, there are more chicken shops than there are people. Fact. All right. That's not strictly true, but it feels that way when I walk.
A penny for your thoughts, $1 for a kiss, £1 if you tell me that you love me. Some pay euros to the bureau, rupees to the committee, naira to the highest interest loans that fund their cities. It's the credit crunch meal. There's no extra fries for a country's deal. There's no super size or apple pies or cereal box surprise for defunct appeal. A cataclysm of capitalism, the winds are whistling in your fields. Yet revision of the global system shows the financial prison that people feel.
Sunday evening, my dad made his way through Clapton, Dalston, Essex Road to King's Cross and the Singers Club, where Ewan MacColl and Peggy Seeger rolled in the great folk revival, rolled out on a growing wave of simple songs, of sit-down songs, of sit round in a circle singing songs, of sing the people you're from songs, of stand up for your rights and organise your own selves songs, and those kids ran to the rafters, picked up the thread, and stitched a line back from Gray's Inn Road to Greenwich Village where there was and tried to blame it on everyone else. Why can't you see that your lies don't never reach you? No, no, no. Don't know where we went wrong.
Yeah, I live in Cricklewood. It's not the same area, but we are never. It's really very nice, you know. It's like gathering all the community together, having events, having something to celebrate together. Also, it's traditional. I don't know before, but they told me that it's very traditional events, and then can you remember the back, and then you know your grandparents' time, and it's really very nice. Yeah. We have a similar events in Sudan. In the remote village, we have similar events, and it has sentimental value for you can remember my village and the days I was young, and people celebrate. For example, when there is no rain and people go to pray for rain, and the rain come and doing things like this, I can remember, you know. That's great, isn't it?
It's fantastic. I love it. It's like I love like the idea of like getting everybody out of their little bubble that it's very easy to exist in London, and kind of like celebrating the local community. It's fantastic.
Apple tree, we wassail thee, and hoping thou wilt bear hatfuls, sackfuls, and 3 bushel backfuls, and a little bit under the stairs.